Om Sai Ram. Anantakoti Brahmanda Nayak Rajadhiraj Yogiraj Parabrahma Shri Sachidananda Sadguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai. Shirdi, a holy Tirth. The banks of the Godavari River in the Ahmednagar district are very fortunate, for they give birth and refuge to many a saint, prominent amongst them being Gyaneshwar. Shirdi also falls in the Kopargaon taluka of the Ahmednagar district. After crossing the Godavari River at Kopargaon, one gets the way to Shirdi. When you go 3 kos, that is 9 miles, you come to Neemgaon, from where Shirdi is visible. Shirdi is as famous and well known as other holy places like Gangapur, Narsinwadi, Audumbar on the banks of Krishna river, as the devotee Damaji flourished in and blessed Mangal Vedha near Pandharpur, as Samartha Ramdas at Sajjangarh, as Sri Narasimha Saraswati at Saraswati Wadi, so Sainath flourished at Shirdi and blessed it. Personality of Shree Sai Baba. It is on account of Sai Baba that Shirdi grew into importance. Let us see what sort of a personage Sai Baba was. He conquered this samsar, worldly existence, which is very difficult and hard to cross. Peace or mental calm was his ornament, and he was the repository of wisdom. He was the home of Vaishnava devotees, most liberal like Karna amongst liberals, the quintessence of all essences. He had no love for perishable things and was always engrossed in self-realization, which was his sole concern. He felt no pleasure in the things of this world or of the world beyond. His antarang, that is his heart, was as clear as a mirror, and his speech always rained nectar. The rich or poor people were the same to him. He did not know or care for honor or dishonor. He was the Lord of all beings. He spoke freely and mixed with all people, saw the actings and dances of nautch girls and heard ghazal songs. Still, he swerved not an inch from samadhi, that is his mental equilibrium. The name of Allah was always on his lips. While the world awoke, he slept, and while the world slept, he was vigilant. His abdomen, that is his inside, was as calm as the deep sea. His ashram could not be determined, nor his actions could be definitely determined, and though he sat or lived in one place, he knew all the transactions of the world. His darbar was imposing. He told daily hundreds of stories. Still he swerved not an inch from his vow of silence. He always leaned against the wall in the masjid or walked morning, noon and evening towards Lindi, Nala and Chavri. Still he at all times abided in the self. Though a siddha, he acted like a sadhaka. He was meek, humble and egoless and pleased all. Such was Sai Baba, and as the soil of Shirdi was trodden by Sai Baba's sacred feet, it attained extraordinary importance. As Gyaneshwar elevated Alandi, Ekanath did to Paithan, so Sai Baba raised Shirdi. Blessed are the grasses, leaves and stones of Shirdi, for they could easily kiss the holy feet of Sai Baba and take their dust on their head. Shirdi became to us devotees another Pandharpur. Jagannath, Dwarka, Banaras, that is Kashi, and Rameshwar, Badri Kedar, Nasik, Triambakeshwar, Ujjain, and Mahakaleshwar or Mahabaleshwar Gokarn. Contact of Sai Baba in Shirdi was like our Veda and Tantra. It quieted our samsar. There is world consciousness and rendered self-realization easily. The darshan of Shree Sai was our yoga sadhana, and talk with him removed our sins. Shampooing his legs was our bath in Triveni Prayag, and drinking the holy water of his feet destroyed our desires. To us, his commands were Vedas, and accepting or eating his udi, sacred ashes, and prasad was all purifying. He was our Sri Krishna and Sri Ram, who gave us solace, and he was our Parabrahma, absolute reality. He was himself beyond the pair of dvandvas, opposite, and never dejected or elated. He was always engrossed in his self as existence, knowledge, and bliss. Shirdi was his center, but his field of action extended far wide to Punjab, Calcutta, North India, Gujarat, Dhaka, now in Bangladesh, and Konkan. Thus the fame of Sai Baba spread far and wide, and people from all parts came to take his darshan and be blessed. By mere darshan, minds of people, whether pure or impure, would become at once quiet. They got here the same sort of unparalleled joy that devotees get at Pandharpur by seeing Lord Vitthal Rakhumai. This is not an exaggeration. Consider what a devotee says in this respect. Dictum of Golibuva. An old devotee by name Golibuva, aged about 95 years, was a Varkari of Pandhari. He stayed 8 months at Pandharpur and 4 months, Ashar to Kartik, that is July to November, on the banks of the Ganges. He had an ass with him for carrying his luggage, and a disciple as his companion. Every year he made his wari or trip to Pandharpur. And he came to Shirdi to see Sai Baba, whom he loved the most. He used to stare at Baba and say, "This is Pandharinath Vitthal incarnate, the merciful Lord of the poor and helpless." This Golibuva was an old devotee of Vithoba and had made many trips to Pandhari, and he testified that Sai Baba was real Pandharinath. Lord Vitthal himself appeared. Sai Baba was very fond of remembering and singing God's name. He always uttered Allah Malik, and in his presence made others sing God's name continuously day and night for 7 days. This is called Nam Saptaha. Once he asked Das Kanu Maharaj to do the Nam Saptaha. He replied that he would do it, provided he was assured that Vitthal would appear at the end of the 7th day. Then Baba, placing his hand on his breast, assured him that certainly Vitthal would appear, but that the devotee must be earnest and devout. The Dankapuri, Takore of Takurnath, and Pandhari of Vitthal, the Dwarka of Ranchod Krishna, is here, Shirdi. One need not go far out to see Dwarka. Will Vitthal come here from outside place? He is here. Only when the devotee is bursting with love and devotion, Vitthal will manifest himself here, that is in Shirdi. After the Saptaha was over, Vitthal did manifest himself in the following manner. Kakasaheb Dikshit was as usual sitting in meditation after the bath, and he saw Vitthal in a vision. When he went at noon for Baba's darshan, Baba asked him point blank, "Did Vitthal Patil came? Did you see him? He is a very truant fellow. Catch him firmly, otherwise he will escape, if you be a little inattentive." This happened in the morning, and at noon there was another Vitthal darshan. One hawker from outside came here for selling 25 or 30 pictures of Vithoba. This picture exactly tallied with the figure that appeared in Kaka Sahib's vision. On seeing this and remembering Baba's words, Kaka Sahib Dikshit was much surprised and delighted. He brought one picture of Vithoba and placed it in his shrine for worship.